Do you hear about this? U-Haul International in the States has announced it plans to stop interviewing and hiring nicotine users. That includes people who use e-cigarettes and vaping products, and they will do this starting February 1st in more than 20 states where the company operates. By the way, people that were hired before the policy goes into effect will not be affected. But the company expects that this nicotine-free hiring policy will help create a more healthy corporate culture at U-Haul. And this is completely legal in the States. I just wanted to reach out to Lior Samfiru, the employment lawyer and host of the Employment Law Show here on 640 Toronto, to get an idea of, apparently this is legal in the States, but could we face a similar kind of action here? Hey, Lior, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Always a pleasure.
So what do you know about this? I mean, how do they get around this legally in the States?
So the reality is that an employer can do essentially what it wants as long as there's no law prohibiting it from doing it. So if there's no law saying that you cannot hire smoker or you cannot avoid hiring smokers, by definition it is legal. And while an employer cannot avoid hiring people that have a disability, smoking to date has not been recognized officially as a disability. Even those of us who may be addicted to smoking, that has not yet been recognized as a disability. And because of that, because you're not discriminating based on a disability, for the most part, employers in the States, and by the way, in Canada too, would be allowed to say, we are not going to hire smokers. We are not going to hire people that are going to cost us more money because of the fact that they're going to be using benefits more, they're going to be taking more unscheduled breaks, they're going to be off on medical leaves more often. We don't like that. It's costing us money, potentially impacting other employees. So far, even though that's a policy that employers have avoided doing, it's not completely unheard of. A company in Ottawa some years ago did the same thing. I'm not sure if they're still doing it. So it is not illegal right now.
So we could do the same thing. We could follow suit with U-Haul Canada.
You could. And the only caveat here, it's still open for a human rights tribunal, say in Ontario, to find that nicotine addiction is a disability. And there have been some arbitration decisions in unionized settings where arbitrators kind of said that. But if that ever was taken to a human rights tribunal and someone said, listen, I wasn't hired because I'm a smoker, I consider that to be a disability. With proper medical evidence, if the human rights tribunal were to agree with that, say, no, we believe that's a disability, just like drug addiction or alcohol addiction is a disability, in those situations, then it would become illegal. That has not happened to date. So as we speak today, it is legal to say we are not going to hire someone that smokes.
Do you think this is because people don't want to see any kind of nicotine addiction themselves as a disability? I mean, a lot of people look at it and say, it's my choice. I'm a smoker. This is my choice. I'm a vapor. It's my choice. Where, when you drink alcohol and it's becoming a massive problem in your life, you're more willing at some point to say, I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah, but I'll tell you that even with one of the symptoms of alcoholism is the denial. No one likes to say that they're doing something that's beyond their control, that they don't have control over, that's getting the better of them. That's true with drugs, alcohol, and it's definitely true with smoking. So I do think that a lot of people that are smoking and then perhaps have addictions don't see themselves as being that addicted or actually being disabled in that sense. So no one has really challenged it. But if we were to see it become prominent in Ontario that employers now say, wait a second, that is a good idea. Let's just say we're not going to hire smokers. I think it would be inevitable for someone to eventually challenge that, and then we're going to have to see what the Human Rights Tribunal says. My opinion on this, Kelly, for what it's worth, is that given how our Human Rights Tribunal does treat drug and alcohol addictions, treating them as disabilities, I don't think it's a far leap to say that, yes, smoking and being addicted to nicotine could be considered to be a disability as well, and that will change the approach altogether.
With regard to U-Haul in the States, the company expects the nicotine-free hiring policy would create a more healthy corporate culture. The new policy will focus on the health of team members and employees while also decreasing healthcare costs. And according to the company, they're going even farther. They have made strides to encourage health and wellness by including groundbreaking fitness centers like one that they're making in Arizona and implementing various employee fitness and wellness programs. Do you think we're going to follow suit here in Canada? Is this something that, as we look at the cost of healthcare, companies are going to start investing more into their employees' health so that, in the long run, it's better for business, it's better for Canada?
Absolutely. That's no question. A lot of companies have started doing that. It does come down to the fact that the cost of making sure your employees are healthy is a lot less than dealing with employees that are not healthy. So it is a smart investment. It's better for the employees, but it's also better for the company and the company's bottom line. And I have seen more companies investing more money, more effort, more time in ensuring that their employees have access to health education, to fitness facilities, et cetera, all in an effort to reduce the cost of dealing with those employees once they already have a health issue.
Appreciate your time as always, Lior. Thanks so much, and Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you as well.